San Diego FC kicks off their Leagues Cup journey, Phase 1, against Club America. Probably the toughest draw that they can get. It's a trip down to Mexico City, 2 kilometers above sea level, to take on the most decorated team in Mexican football history. They must go to the Azteca, probably the most famous cathedral in all of Mexican football. This is the first time ever meeting between the two clubs. No baggage, no history. Just San Diego FC punching above their weight, trying to make a statement against a Liga Mex heavyweight. Can they get it done in the altitude? Let's talk about it. Everybody, host Mo, Max Football Podcast. A little bit of a different opening. I know, I bet you like it. Hope you like it. Welcome to the match preview, Club America versus San Diego FC, League 1 phase. Let's get into how League Cup works. I called it League 1. It's the League Cup. Let's talk about how the League Cup works. It is 32 teams, 16 teams from the MLS, 16 teams from Liga Mexico, and it's the top 8. The top 8 move on. It goes quarterfinal, semifinal to the final. So you got to be a top 4 in MLS or a top 4 in Liga Mex to move on. So wins are crucial. As you know, 3 points get you a win. A win in a shootout, however, only gets you 2 points. Then, of course, a draw gets you 1. A loss will get you a big old none. Now that you're a bit familiar with the way that this tournament works, again, we need every point we can get. But let's talk about our opponent first and foremost. Club America are red hot as they've opened up their first half of the season. Undefeated, 7 points on the table. 2 wins and 1 draw, having beaten Santos Laguna 3-0 in their last outing. They look an unbeatable side. But if you do your research and you do your bit of digging, the 3 matches they've had so far in the Liga Mex schedule have been against teams that have yet to pick up a victory in the season. So for me, that tells me that as much as they have that swagger, 16 league titles, a three-peat, the first half of the 23-24 season, and then again in the 24 season the next year, because that's how they'd like to do it, break up the season, trophies each year. Trophy for everybody, just not for you. So trophies is what's on their mind, fresh on their mind, and they're looking to make San Diego FC a stepping stool or a step in the direction to get them to their next piece of silverware. How San Diego FC, however, we are in a different spot. After our dream start in 2025, Cruz Azul hit the absolute sophomore slump under head coach Mikey Varas. They haven't strung together consecutive wins since opening 2026 when they got 3 straight. And since then, we're only on 21 points, 5 wins, 7 losses, 6 draws. It's not looking pretty. They're currently sitting 13th, I almost said 17th, 13th in the Western Conference, already outside the playoff lines. We're not in completely bad form. We did salvage a win against Minnesota United.
Hey, pal. You just blowing from Stupid Town?
Last week should have been a little bit better than that. Could have finished with a victory. Andres Dyer did get a penalty kick in. Good on him. Did lose to FC Dallas. Not happy about losing to FC Dallas.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Or I should say, we beat FC Dallas. Sorry, excuse me. We beat FC Dallas. I'm not happy about the way we played against Colorado. That's the one I'm referring to. But I'm not talking about MLS play. I'm talking about Leagues Cup play. I'm talking about playing teams in Liga Mexico. And see, that's the other thing. We knocked out Pumas when we had our journey during the CONCACAF. I like how I did that. Champions Cup. However, we fell to the eventual champion, which is fine. The question is, can we handle another powerhouse in Club America? I say that because while watching them play, there's three things I noticed about them. And the first thing is they love to play long. They love the long ball, they love the cross into the box, and they're very good at the cross into the box. And number two, they are a physical side. Then again, I say that about a lot of Liga Mexico teams because that's how they play in Mexico. They play with a lot of physicality. And the last one, honestly, is they have a brick wall of a goalkeeper. So let's get in to the players to watch. I want to talk about Club America because if you're not familiar, and a lot of us here in San Diego are, let's talk about their side. So the man I want to talk about is the man in between the posts, Cota. Rodolfo Cota is an absolute brick wall. He's been a part of the team. He was, I believe, there when they won all three of their league championships over the last, what did I say? The first and second half of the 23-24 season, and then the first half of the 24-25 season. So he is an absolute pain. We have to be creative. He can be scored on. Let me put that in your noggins. He can be scored on. The Galaxy scored on him, so it can be done. They do have some very good center backs. One is a Uruguayan starter. He's come right back to Club America, Sebastian Cacares. He's going to be a handful. But again, these are players that if we can beat, we can advance. We can do something. And then the one guy that I'm maybe a little bit more worried about than I should be, he's going to find his form again. And when he does, I think a lot of people in the Leagues Cup are going to be a little bit worried, and that's Henry Martin. Now, Henry Martin can be a top striker in Liga MX. He can be an absolute threat. And again, the way they like to play, he's shockingly an aerial threat. And it's something that we must absolutely look out for. But I give you players for Club America. Now I give you players for our side. I got 5 for you. Let's start with the obvious. It's got to be Anders Dreyer. Obviously, he's a massive part of our team. 6 goals, 9 assists so far through the 15 games. Had a little stint in the MLS All-Star game. He needs to be an impactful player. And I think the way that Thorhausen was on the right-hand side, I think maybe that might be something we can experiment with again, allowing Dreyer to get that much more advanced, that much more up into the final third, making him a true, proper threat. Speaking of true, proper threats, he's going to need to be one, as he's attempted to be one. He is our top scorer, 11 goals on the season. Yes, I'm talking Marcus Ingvarsson. He needs to find the form he had before the World Cup. Whether now that has to rely on service from Anders Dreyer, from maybe a Gabriel Pirani, or anyone in between, the service that's needed for him must happen so he can execute. Because, as I've always said, when he's on, he truly is on. Jeppe Tverskov is 100% the anchor of our midfield and will absolutely play as like the 5th center back in this one, since, again, they like to play the long ball. We will be playing in more of a low block. If you catch my drift, having him play the big 5th center back, hopefully shutting some things down, but he's going to be massive. Again, he's a beautiful threat passing. He can definitely get us out of some trouble. He's good in control, good in the get-backs when he needs to for defense. I like this, and again, if we're going to play a low block, like I'm guesstimating, he's going to be vital. Speaking of vital players, and I think he's going to get a new tag team partner this weekend. I really do think he's going to get a new tag team partner this weekend. But Manu Dua has had a couple of shaky games the last couple of weeks. And I really think that this is going to be an opportunity for him to shed the bad, shed the shakiness, the whatever you want to consider it, the scaredness, the sophomore slump itself. Maybe he can, there you go. Maybe he can shake the sophomore slump itself, because when he's on, he's going to be a proper center back in any league he plays in. But when he's off, you're going to question why he is a center back in any one of those leagues. The last guy I'm bringing up is a guy that I do not think will start today. I do not think he's going to start today. I will repeat myself. I do not think he will start today, but I do think he will make an impact, hopefully early in the second half. And yes, I'm talking about our newly signed third DP, Elias Achouri. He's coming in, FC Copenhagen, a little bit of a World Cup run. He's going to get some minutes because he is a difference maker, and he will make a difference in Mexico City for San Diego FC. The question is how soon into the second half. Now, if he ends up starting, hey, I guess good on him, but I'm a little worried. So let's hop into some keys to victory. Key to victory. Number one, it's kind of obvious for us all the time because of how we love to play in the mid block, but it should start there anyway. Win the midfield battle before the game even starts. America will look to dominate in possession at the Azteca, altitude and tempo. Tverskov and maybe a Pirani need to distribute the rhythm and advance the ball, work well. Again, I'm thinking Tverskov's going to end up playing more of a 6 as more of like a 5th defensive role, but he's going to have that ability to pass upward and advance. Maybe if we do a Pirani situation, or a Vasquez and a Pirani, I think we could get that much more attacking and controlling through the middle because we're going to have those fresh, young, creative minds and legs. That's going to be very, very helpful. And again, Tverskov either dropping his playing as a 5th defender or just being a good old-fashioned anchor, ball-winning midfielder. Number 2, and I think as much as Varkston is that much more of a winning measurement, I wouldn't say winning measurement, he's that much more of an important contributor. If Varkston's on, it's kind of hard for us to be off. But I've also noticed that if Dreyer is not on, nobody is on, and he will make a difference. The best avenue for goals is to getting that MVP caliber winger involved. And I do not mean allow him to carry the ball and just work his way through the middle as if he's a 10. Get him the ball on the outside. Get him on the ball on the outside of the 18-yard mark and then have him work. He's good in crosses. He's good at working from the edges in, not from the outside of the wing to the middle of the pitch up to the front. It's better from the top corner than he is from the side mid, if you catch my drift. Number 3, and this has to be massive because we've given up goals on it already, but it's defend the set pieces because Henry Martin, and let's not forget that Brian Rodriguez is on the bench as well, and these guys are dangerous in set pieces, absolutely dangerous in the box. So discipline matters. No red cards, no stupid fouls. Play to your strengths, not to your weaknesses. Number 4, manage your moments. Again, we are going to be playing in a hostile environment. A hostile environment. Azteca is going to be loud. It is going to be hard to play in. Altitude is against you. The crowd is against you. The environment is against you. We must overcome. It is going to be the hardest that San Diego FC is going to have to work outside of Toluca for them to truly make a difference in this one. Because again, the top 4 MLS teams make it. So winning or losing, I should say, isn't exactly an option. But not many teams take points outside of Azteca than Club America. So let's just kind of let that one stew a little bit. Maybe we could be that difference maker. Maybe we are that bit of different cat. Last one. Let's make that World Cup break work for us, okay? We've come in, you know what I mean, and we've won. We drew 1-1 and lost 1. We're okay. We're looking stronger than we are weaker. We're now getting reinforcements. We're seeing our better options in the defense. This is an opportunity to use our rested players, to use our new players in a way of making an impact and hopefully taking home 3 points in a place where we ain't supposed to take home 3 points. We need to change how we look. We need to act like and look like the team that started 3-0 and not the team that's 1-1-1. Let's get into my final predictions. So, I hate saying it like this, but Club America is deservedly favored in this one. They're unbeaten. They're in form. They're at home in a building where everything is against us. Altitude's against us. The environment, I've already said all this. But the facts are this. San Diego has shown that they can win against a Liga Mexic side, and they can win in Mexico. It's going to come down to how big of an impact Dreyer will have, and I hate to break it to you folks, it's going to matter how big of an impact Elias Achouri has. Elias Achouri. So, I'm going to be bold because I believe in my squad. Club America 1. San Diego FC 2. And Elias Achouri will score one of them. Or he'll contribute. No. He will contribute on one of them. It will either be a score or an assist from Elias Achouri. There you go. That's from me. I got one more coming to you today, and it is my predicted starting 11 for tonight's matchup. If you got the Apple TV, you're able to watch it. If not, check out the Mexican channels, the TUND or TUDN. I forget how you say it is. Check that one out. Check out the recap, the post-match review, if you will, from your boy when this is all said and done. Enjoy the game this Thursday. We got a whole nother one coming on Sunday when Tijuana comes to town, so let's hope for something. Let's hope for some craziness. Mikey Varas did say he wants to make some changes, so maybe those changes are going to change the way that opposite clubs of Club America have done in the Azteca. We'll see you on the next one. Vamos! San Diego.